We are live. We're going to cut you off here a little bit so we can see if anybody says anything in the chat, or we can just crank this down a little bit. Yeah, that works. You're still cut off a little bit, but whatever. All right. What's up, guys? Fresh face? This is Noah Schofield.
How's it going, guys?
Glenn, what is up? That's my guy from Australia. Glenn.
We're worldwide. Here we go.
Exactly. We're worldwide here. Glenn, this is Noah. He's the guest today. We're starting to get everybody in here now. Awesome. Well, yeah, we'll just start going when people show up. We'll just keep saying who you are.
Cool.
So,
hi. Is that Glenn?
That's Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
All right. Dude, I know. Green Bay, I thought last week their season was over. They're definitely done now. I don't care anymore.
They're going to beat the Bears. And
That's fine.
Me. It's going to kill me, but they're going to beat the Bears.
He's not a Colts fan, Glenn.
I'm a Bears fan. Come on.
Who is a Colts fan? That's what I didn't understand. I'm like, dude, you're from Australia. How are you a Colts fan? Apparently he loved Peyton Manning, and now he likes Andrew Luck.
Okay.
Dude, if the Cardinals beat him, I'm going to be so mad because I'm going to the game next week. That's literally all I care about the rest of the season. As long as they win next week, while I am there, that's all I care about. The rest, they could lose every other game the rest of the season.
I'd be very happy with that.
I'm sure you would.
I would be very happy with that.
I could care less. I just want Aaron Rodgers win while I am there. That's it.
Is Mike McCarthy done?
Dude, I hope so.
Dude, he's cheated Aaron Rodgers out of so many games in years. I feel so bad.
See, last year they had their injury. Am I going to wear a cheese head? I haven't decided yet. Depends on the weather. Last year they obviously had their injury to Aaron Rodgers, and then they didn't do very well at all. And you would think, with having this quarterback that's phenomenal, you lead his team to at least like double-digit wins almost every year, that some guy would be able to step in and still lead them to at least, 9, 10 wins. No. Scrap the coaching staff for the most part, except for McCarthy, and they're still having problems. So I hope he's out. Jake, this is Noah, guest of honor tonight.
Nice to meet you all.
He's super excited to be here, and I'm super excited to have him here. Yeah, there's 6 up there. There's like 1 or 2 that just keep going in and out here. Yeah, I told you they're going to be asking who your teams are.
Okay, so my teams, my biggest 2, we got Chicago Bears, Notre Dame football, Notre Dame basketball. Those are my big ones. Notre Dame hockey, that one doesn't get shout out enough. Lost in the national championship last 2 years. Big Hawks fan. I'm not one of the people that watches every single game, though. I mostly playoffs, and then when they play the Red Wings or the Blues, I always make sure I watch. And then for basketball, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan because when I was little in NBA Live 07, the Mavericks were the best team, and they had a white guy that looked like me, so I used him all the time, and then it just ended up being a Mavericks fan.
Do you think before the season the Bears would be this good?
Yes. I was a big believer in Trubisky, and once we got Khalil Mack, I think before he got hurt, I thought he was going to get MVP, and now he can't get hurt. And I mean, now that he got hurt and everything, he's so good. I said they were going to be 9-7, and now we're looking at 11-5. So I'm so happy. Thank you.
Eddie Jackson's a beast. What's up, dude? Yeah. Tanner, I'm sorry I didn't shout you out last week. I saw your name pop up real quick, and I got excited, but I was talking about something, and I just completely forgot about it. But what is up, man? Bears backup QB looked all right, too. Dude, Chase Daniel has, like, a perfect job. Dude has made $20+ million and thrown, like, I think he's up to about, like, 100 passes in the NFL right now.
That is the dream job.
Yeah, just sit there with a clipboard on the sidelines making millions.
He was making me mad, though. He had the mobility of a kid in a wheelchair. He literally had the guy standing right in front of him and wouldn't see him. He was, after Trubisky, like, it was annoying going to Chase Daniels.
He's rusty.
He got the job done, which is all that matters.
Defense had to help out a little bit, but
a lot.
That happens. Yeah, Jake, he's an Ohio State football, basketball fan.
Called that game.
Yeah, he's from Ohio, so he likes the Bengals and the Reds, and then he's a LeBron fan, so he likes the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
After seeing Trubisky's runs against the Vikings and the Patriots, Chase was a little annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Stafford throwing that pick helps y'all out. Yeah.
Helped a lot.
This dude sounds like.
Well, do you think it was? Do you guys think here? Who said that? Okay, whoever said that, do you think that it was Stafford's fault or the receiver's fault? Because after the play, it looked like the receiver completely quit running the route and he was wide open.
It also did look like Stafford.
Yeah.
It was on his shoulder. But yeah.
When Stafford looks at him, goes like this, I was like, okay, maybe you ran the wrong route, or he just completely gave up on the play, which.
Great read by Eddie Jackson. Yeah, dude, your Bengals suck. They got beat by the Browns. It's because Hugh Jackson's there now. Yeah. Giants are owning the draft, strategically losing.
They're drafting that quarterback out of Oregon.
2 weeks ago, the same guy said that the Giants were going to beat the Eagles this week and win out the rest of the season and make the playoffs. And now he's saying,
okay,
now he's back on his tanking up for a purpose. And he doesn't think Herbert's going to be the pick because he's injured.
Really?
Now.
They're pretty set. They came out and said that if he doesn't declare, they're going to tank next season to get him at the number 1 pick or number 2 pick.
Yes, this is the surprise guest. This is the guest co-host for the night. This is Noah.
Nice to meet you again. Third time saying it.
I know. We're going to say it multiple times.
I know. It's okay.
Who will get final playoff spots, Ohio State or Oklahoma? Oklahoma's up higher right now. If they beat Texas, then they'll probably get in. So last week they were winning. Now Herbert's injured. I don't want him. They said hi.
Hi. Oklahoma's defense, that's going to be rough.
Tragic.
If they go into the playoff, I think that's going to be the biggest playoff defeat of all of them so far. Their defense is bad. I think Ohio State's better than them.
Kyler Murray for Heisman?
My Heisman picks Tua. Personally, I don't want to be because I hate Alabama. My little brother just got almost a full ride to Alabama. He's only going to pay $8,000 over 4 years, and I really don't want him to go. But he just puts up numbers, and I hate him so much, but he's still my Heisman.
That's true.
As much as I don't want him to be, he is my Heisman.
Notre Dame a lock for the playoff, and would they get blown out first game
against Clemson? No, we'll lose 27-21. For Notre Dame for a lock to be the playoff, I think they are a lock right now if everybody wins out. The only problem I could see is if we see Oklahoma win and then Georgia beats Alabama, then we have Ohio State winning. I could see where they would put Georgia in over Notre Dame, and depending how big Ohio State wins, I could see them maybe getting kicked out. I really hope they make it. I think they deserve to make it. It's not their fault after they beat every team. They completely unraveled. They won. They beat USC. If you watch the first half of that game, that was brutal. Coach Kelly makes us Notre Dame fans so mad. And somehow we're going to blow it. I think we're going to end up being up on Clemson the whole game and then blow it in the end.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but apparently this guy thinks you sound like this MMA fighter.
Okay. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, guys?
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is either.
I don't really follow the MMA, but yeah. There was 100 questions that flew through there, but that's all right.
Keep sending the questions again so we see them.
We'll see them again eventually. I know one of them was, but Kyler Murray has a ton of numbers too.
Yeah, but the wins in Alabama's favor, I think he's definitely second. I just think Tua is insane.
And the committee is always biased. Every college committee is always biased towards Alabama just because.
Yeah, I mean, they're Alabama.
For whatever reason.
And it's irritating.
Yeah.
That gets my blood boiling. Alabama and the Packers, that gets my blood boiling pretty bad.
There was one that said, I was about to just say that one. The Bears beat the Rams by 13 in Chicago. What do you think?
They just beat?
No, would they play, what is this, next week? I feel
are they favorites?
Probably not.
I didn't think they were.
We can look it up here. But anyway, thoughts on that?
Bears playing the Rams. They're at home. The Rams defense is looking, and Trubisky plays out of his mind at home. I think we could win by a touchdown. I don't know if we will. If we beat the Rams, we will for sure lose to the Green Bay Packers. And if we lose to the Rams, we'll beat the Packers, in my opinion. So I think it's a flip-flop, whichever one they win. I'm super excited for that game, though. I'm so happy he got flexed to Sunday night.
Okay, so it's not next week; it's the week after that.
Yeah, we play the Giants next week. Thank God.
Yeah. Packers won't win a road game. They've got a good chance to beat the Jets. That's about it. Other than that, that's kind of sad. Can I look at this game? Lions play the Rams this weekend. Yeah, Bears winning 38-7 against the Giants.
I could see that happening. I'd be very happy if that happened.
It looks like the Rams are just barely favored over the Bears.
I can't believe we're. Oh my gosh, they're giving them only a 51.5. That's amazing.
Giants will give up on this season. Alex Hornibrook is garbage.
That's what you get for being a lefty.
Yeah,
Is he graduating?
No,
are you lefty?
He's a junior. No, I'm not.
I didn't think so. Okay.
He's a junior, so he has one more year, but really well against Purdue. Yeah, I hate that they fade away. They go away. They go.
Can you get him back or no?
Usually not. Yep. See, there's that question. What's better, winning a championship or being a championship MVP?
Okay, so what I was thinking is, for me, either way you win the champ, or is this like if you lose the championship but you still get the championship MVP?
Well, see, he just changed it from last night because they're winning the championship and the MVP. Last night he was saying championship MVP. Yeah, now that either way that you win the championship,
why would you not want to be the MVP? Like, I'm choosing championship and MVP.
Yeah, but what's it matter? But if it's just MVP or the championship,
I'm taking championship. I'm taking the ring. I'd rather have the ring over the new car.
See,
that's what my opinion would be.
Bears will be 3 seed. They might play the Saints second round. How can you win the championship MVP without a championship? Dude, that's what I said last night. It has happened. Chuck Howley of the Cowboys won MVP, and they lost that Super Bowl.
It can happen. It's really rare.
It doesn't happen often, but it does happen.
Yeah, still with LeBron not getting it, I think now they make it you have to win, but I don't think.
But still, it's happened, so it's possible. Browns and Packers have the same record. Yeah.
That makes me happy. That makes me very happy.
I'm just realistic. Like, I knew the season was in like 2 weeks ago. Did you guys see the game between A&M and LSU? Yeah, that game was nuts.
Yeah,
I actually talked about that a little bit about that game during the Sports Zone on TV 10 this morning. So that was awesome. Nice play by Hugh Jackson. He had to get the handoff from Demarius Randall. Big shade thrown by Baker Mayfield, though.
I don't blame him.
Post game.
I don't blame him at all. Do you?
Not really.
It was pretty bogus.
I mean, yes, his comments about like leaving and going to Cincinnati, like he got fired and Cincinnati offered him a job. Like, that's how the job world works. You get fired, you go find another game.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, because I don't remember that part, but regardless, I got bored of that conversation after a while. So, Baker.
I think because everybody picks championship, right?
Apparently not.
Really?
And apparently now it's championship and MVP.
Well, why would you not want the championship and MVP or just championship? Yeah. Obviously, championship and MVP, I'm taking that every time. Get a ring and a car.
Yeah, but championship or championship MVP.
I'm taking championship. I'd rather have a ring than a car.
I think Baker was just mad he wasn't the starter to start the season. Was Hugh's decision. Okay, well, are you going to start a rookie or are you going to start a guy that's been in the league for a few years?
I would have started Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah. Tyrod had promise, and he knows the speed of the game. He knows
he's been in for 9 years.
Yeah, he knows. Baker's fresh to it. Like, yeah, he played pretty well in the preseason, but that's preseason. You're playing against guys that are second and third round guys that probably won't see the field a whole lot. What's up? How's it going? Apparently Daniel Cormier is the greatest. Would have started a rookie that's already better than Tyrod. Well, yeah, now
Tyrod's been in the playoffs. And has he won a game in the playoffs? Or did he not win?
I didn't think so. No. I mean, the Bills went to the playoffs and they didn't play very well at all.
I still think I would have. I definitely
would have technically he has a Super Bowl ring.
Really? So, he does?
Yeah, with the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
In 2012. I think it was like his rookie.
So you got a Super Bowl champion or a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
Oh, Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, Super Bowl champion.
He only scored 7 points that game. I know the Bills played terrible in that game. Do you like Dagwood dogs? Do you know what a
I don't know
Dagwood
what a
dog
Dagwood
is?
dog is.
So it's like a corn dog, but not a hot dog inside. It's like a brat on the inside.
Okay, yeah, I'd love it then. I'm not a big fan of hot dogs, but brats inside a corn dog, that sounds heavenly.
That would be pretty interesting.
What do you dip it in? What's your favorite dipping sauce for it?
Those were the worst 9 and 17
That,
I mean, probably, but remember a few years ago we also had the Seahawks who were like 7 and 9 or something like that made the playoffs.
yeah, and the Panthers a few years ago made it too, 7 and 9 and won their division and made the playoffs.
Because they weren't contenders. Giants were the worst team to win the ship, 9 and 7.
Can't really argue with that.
Okay, what you said here was, but to be the MVP in the championship, you also won the championship. Which you're saying that you have to win the championship to be the MVP. It's not true.
Most likely.
Wouldn't you agree that's what that says there, the very first one?
Yeah, why? Yeah, but it's happened. So if you had to choose championship or championship and championship MVP, that's what everybody's going to take. Which I get some people would want to be the MVP because they're like, but
yeah, but you said to be the MVP, you have to win the championship. And that's not true because it's happened before to where you don't win the championship and still get the MVP. It's a very low chance that happens, but it did happen. Oh, yes. Rodgers, bad. I'm off that topic. Let's be okay. Starting Deshaun Kaiser, dude. If I was them, I would start him like against the Lions or something. Give Rodgers a break.
I loved Kaiser, and then when he went to the Packers, I had to unfollow him, and I hate him now.
Dude, I honestly thought he was going to be the Browns' starting quarterback. Like he played pretty well, just on a bad team and a badly coached team, and they were so quick to get rid of him.
I don't blame him. How many picks did he throw? His touchdown to interception was bad. It was really bad. I want to say it was 9-21. I'm not completely sure. I thought he should have stayed one more year at Notre Dame, though.
It probably would have helped him now.
I don't think there was any reason for him to not stay one more year.
Yeah. That's 2018. I want to say 27 her career. There. 11-22.
11-22. That's really bad. Deshaun Kaiser, I think he's scarred. Like, you saw him against the Bears. He just looks terrified. I think he's done. I don't think he's ever going to be good.
I think that's supposed to be Ian Book, but do you like him?
Ian Book? I wanted Ian Book to start from the beginning of the year. I did not like Wimbush. 49.7 completion percent this year. I liked Ian Book. He tore it up against LSU in the bowl game the year before. Every time he came in, he looked great. I love Ian Book. I want him to start from the beginning. He's going to be a great NFL quarterback.
Do you know who Tim Boyle is?
No.
So he's Green Bay's third-string quarterback from Western Kentucky.
Okay.
And I talked about early this season about how good he looked in the preseason, and so now it's a running joke that he's like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I just don't know it. So yeah, now
he hasn't proven you wrong. He hasn't gotten in a game to prove you wrong.
That's right.
So
he's gotten in preseason games and looked phenomenal. So there's
probably better than Kaiser though.
There's potential.
I'd say he's better than Kaiser.
He's definitely a guy that's going to sit back in the pocket and not move. Okay. So Tim Boyle will replace Rodgers. You know,
it'd be better than Kaiser.
That may not be a bad thing.
It'd be better than Kaiser.
Give it a few years though. I mean, we never know. I thought Kaiser was pretty good. I thought
coming out he was going to be
it's
great.
Not bad, but
he was on Cleveland.
Yeah.
And what they went 0-16.
Mm-hmm. And
you got to give him another shot with somebody else.
Should have kept Brett Hundley.
Brett Hundley. Oh,
Rodgers not worth the contract. Probably not, but
he's not going to be cut.
Osweiler better than Rodgers?
No.
Rodgers at least has okay, technically Osweiler has a Super Bowl, but he didn't play in it.
Super Bowl champion.
You guys heard name Jeff? Yeah, Jeff Driscoll, the quarterback that came from Florida, then transferred to some like small school. I don't remember where he went after that, Louisiana Tech or something like that. Yeah, he's starting. It's both of their faults, honestly. Like a couple.
You think it's Aaron Rodgers' fault?
Dude, a couple of his passes yesterday were terrible. Like he had, they signed Tom Savage today. The Bengals did. Now, like some of them are his fault because, like, I don't know if he's just making weird reads or like slipping on his throws or what. But like, there was one yesterday. He was throwing a screen pass to Equinemius St. Brown.
Notre Dame,
and he threw it at his feet. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes
he's going to be big for the Packers in a couple years. He is going to be really good. Give him 3 years, he'll be good.
I think all those rookie receivers will be pretty good in a couple of years. Surprised, I thought Jamon Moore was going to be better than what he has been, but he's just apparently not getting it. Of any of them, he'll be the first one to go. But yeah, Marquez Valdez-Scantling is playing really well, and so is St. Brown.
I just got a question from somebody. Roblox or Minecraft?
Minecraft.
Oh, really? I think I just want some water. Sorry, I haven't got any sports questions. I got one about politics, and I keep telling this kid on my podcast, we're not going to talk about politics. I was like, we're not talking about politics on this.
Geronimo Allison is better than all those guys. I mean, as of right now, yes, because he knows the offense. He's a big guy that can run, but he's injured, so we can't really compare him to because they weren't getting as much playing time when he was around.
Okay, you think Notre Dame or Alabama, what do you think the score would be?
Like 49 to
we're not giving
24
up 49 points. We'll give up 35. I'd say we'll lose 24 to 35.
Should have kept Jordan. They should have. So
why did you guys get rid of him?
They thought he was done.
Why? He can't track to save his life, but he's one of the best route runners I've ever seen.
They claimed that after his ACL injury that he wasn't the same and that he was going downhill fast. So they let him go. They thought Randall Cobb was the better option at the time because he was younger and was going to last longer. Well, now Randall Cobb's been hurt like all year so far. So
giving your rookie receivers very good experience, though.
It is. And they're coming along. I mean, there was
which might help later.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you're starting to see it now. Like there was a couple passes. I know one specifically they pointed out. Rodgers hit St. Brown on, I think it was like an out route or a corner route, and Aaron threw it before he even like came out of his break.
Yeah.
So he's getting that connection with them down, and that's going to be huge. He's gaining that trust. I'm curious to see when Jake Kumaro is going to get some playing time because every Packers fan on Twitter was raving about this guy. Yes, he played great in the preseason, but I want to see what happens with him. Should have kept Ty Montgomery? No. I think he should have gone back to a receiver or just a kick returner like a year ago.
I would have caught him.
Yeah, I probably would.
I didn't know the coaches told him to take a knee.
Yeah, and okay, so the story goes, he got taken out on the previous drive because he did something wrong, and he was pissed off about it because he thought he was right. So on the kickoff, the coaches said, hey, just take a knee so then we can drive the field. And he said, no, I'll take it out if I want to. And they said, you better take a knee, and he went there and returned it anyways.
I thought it was fair.
Packers wouldn't beat the Rams anyways. I mean, they were going to had he literally just taken a knee in the end zone.
I would have cut him too. I thought Stephen A. Smith was spot on when he said he was good, that he should be cut. I think he deserves another job somewhere else. But when your coaches flat out tell you,
well, and that's not the first time it's happened either.
Has he always been a problem like this?
Not necessarily like this, but like when he was at Stanford, there's a video of him getting tackled by his own teammate in the end zone because he was going to take it out, and they told him not to. So
is he even that good of a kick returner?
He was pretty good at Stanford, and then he did decent in the NFL, but whatever. It's with the Ravens not doing anything now. Just letting Lamar Jackson run it.
Let's see if we got some more.
Aaron Rodgers had a chance in the fourth quarter last week and yesterday, still lost.
I don't think that's all his fault, though.
It's not. And look at all the injuries they have on defense now, too. Like, that's been a problem, too. And, like, yesterday.
How many missed tackles they had was bad.
But they're so tired because, like.
You have any bench on your defense?
No. Because they came into the game with Bashad Breeland, Kevin King, and Raven Green inactive because they're hurt. Kentrell Bryce got hurt. Tony Brown got hurt. They had a rookie, undrafted rookie, whatever, Ibrahim Campbell or something, who they just brought off their practice squad earlier this week, or I guess early last week, playing safety for most of the game. Josh Jones, who hasn't really been playing safety, he's been playing kind of like nickel corner. He was playing safety. Okay. They got rid of Clinton Dix.
Why?
I thought he was done after this year anyways. But I don't know. I mean, at least they got something out of him at the end of his contract. That's true. But yeah, and then somebody else got hurt in the game yesterday. So they literally had like 4 guys playing in their secondary the entire game. I mean, it can sound like a lot of excuses, but when you look at it, that's a big ordeal.
Yeah, when you have no secondary. Especially against Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. Mm-hmm. That catch by Thielen was insane.
I was really surprised he even caught that. Like, I thought that was really stupid of Cousins to throw that pass.
I don't think Cousins is that good.
He's not.
I don't think he was that good.
I mean, he started off going for it for 2, and they didn't get it, so then he decided to start punting. So, yeah, Cousins will have a big game here and there, but it's like he doesn't make good decisions most of the time. He'll just throw a deep ball, and then he looks good because he has big yards.
Yeah. So he was not worth $84 million guaranteed. No. I wouldn't even if I needed a quarterback, I wouldn't have even tried to sign him because I don't think he's worth the money. Well, why not? He was I loved Case Keenum. I loved him.
He was playing really well.
He's a little short. Who cares? So is Drew Brees.
A big game against Green Bay. Yeah, he's like the only quarterback, or him and Joe Namath are the only quarterbacks in their first like 2 games against a team to throw over 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. Any more updates with the Alex Smith injury? He apparently had surgery in the hospital, and that's the last I heard.
He had in the hospital. Huh? He had surgery in the hospital.
Yes.
I got you. Okay. Just want to make sure.
He went to the hospital.
Sources confirmed it was at the hospital.
He went to the hospital and had surgery. Okay. We'll make it better worded for you. Bortles is wrong with Jags. I mean,
I'm a big Bortles guy. I like Bortles.
He got benched.
I like Bortles a lot.
Cody Kessler is starting for the Jags Sunday, and they got rid of their.
That's gonna be a train wreck.
They got rid of their offensive coordinator, so we'll see. Hey, Cliff Kingsbury from Texas Tech got fired, and he is a phenomenal offensive mind. Jags.
Well, okay. Bortles has almost the same stats if you look at it as last year.
Yes.
And their offense does too. So it's a little. I thought it was a bogus firing personally because he's been consistent this year. It's just the W's aren't coming in.
Yeah, I liked Kessler in college too, and when he went to Cleveland, he played a little bit, and I thought he looked pretty good, and I thought they should give him a shot, and they never did. Kevin Hogan looked decent too, and now, I mean, I think they're both in better situations now. Fournette getting hurt killed them. Yeah,
they just need to tank. They just need to tank right now. Do you think they should draft a new quarterback?
Yes, or sign somebody. Because Bortles was good for the first like 2.5 years. No,
Mike Glennon sucks.
Mike Glennon.
You like Colt McCoy?
I'm back and forth. I'm back and forth on him because like he looked good in part of the game against Dallas, and then other games it's like, why are you throwing it fast? He threw 3 picks out there. Now Fournette's suspended for fighting. Yeah, they got in a big brawl in that Jags-Bills game.
Who do they even play this next week? Who do the Jags play?
I thought
Jalen Ramsey also taking a big L with everything he said and then getting shredded by Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So
Josh Allen coming back from injury looked good.
It was like 200 and some yards and 2 touchdowns. What do you say?
Do you like Dak and Zeke?
I like Zeke. I don't like Dak. I think he's boring. He's a check down quarterback, and I hate that. That's what I love about Trubisky is that he's not a check down quarterback.
The Colts play the Jags next week. So that's a big game for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Division game at home.
Not starting Blake Bortles.
Fournette is suspended. So
it's Cody Kessler starting, right?
Yep.
Do they even have a shot? Is he any good?
I think they do. He came in for Bortles a couple weeks ago and actually played pretty well. So I am a fan of Lamar Jackson, and I think he should just keep starting the rest of the year. Let Flacco heal up and then be ready to be his backup next year. Colts are winning, possibly.
Probably.
Dak has third most wins since entering the league.
I know he does, but
He
how
also-
much was that on the first season?
Yeah, he also has had, at least in those first 2 seasons, a monster offensive where he could just hand it to Zeke.
And now
all the
you
time.
got Zach Martin left, and that's it. Out of Notre Dame again.
And it sucks that Travis Frederick's out still with that disease or whatever it is he has.
No, who's the linebacker for the Jalen Smith and who else? You know that guy I'm talking about? What's his name?
Leighton Vander Esch.
He is insane. That front seven has impressed me a lot this year. And I think he's like Jalen Smith out of college was the best tackler I've ever seen, like open field tackler I've ever seen. And this guy's come out of nowhere. And I think they should get a new quarterback. They need to draft receivers and a quarterback. I know Dak Prescott. I think you got to throw the first season away because they had no tape on him. Nobody knew what he was going to do. And then after that, he's been severely mediocre. And he's not going to win you a big game. He's just going to keep checking down.
And you can't say that that he looked good because his last game had big numbers. He had big numbers because Amari Cooper took a 10-yard pass and broke it for twice for a bunch of yards. So that's all on the receiver, not Dak. They're making him look good. That's making a little weird noises.
I love Drew Brees. Drew Brees came. Everybody said he was too short. He's come out and he has the most passing yards now, right? Or is he about to? He passed Peyton Manning, right? And he's about to pass him for touchdowns.
Well, they kept saying that Brady has the most yards now.
Oh, really?
So,
okay. Well, Drew Brees, I think, is MVP this year. I was watching him on Thanksgiving, and they said he's only thrown one. I think that before Thanksgiving it was 25-1. It's better than what Patrick Mahomes had because Patrick Mahomes has thrown like 7 interceptions, and I just think he's insane. That's true. How many wins do they have though? 4. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 10 straight. Or is it 9 straight? 9 or 10 straight. Drew Brees is my MVP. I thought it was Patrick Mahomes.
See, that's
changed.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Brees is up 72-103 to 71-904. Okay. Why is Mahomes MVP?
I mean, dude's playing phenomenal. But
he's amazing.
He's playing pretty reckless too.
I told my dad when we were drafting, the Bears were trying to draft a quarterback. My dad wanted Deshaun Kaiser, Deshaun Watson. I told him I wanted Trubisky or Mahomes. I didn't think Mahomes was going to blow up this fast. I thought he was going to be really good, but I didn't think he was going to blow up this fast. And I've just proven my dad wrong, and it makes me so happy.
Mahomes gets to 50 TDs. Nobody else deserves to even be in the conversation.
How many picks is he going to throw with it, though? Some of his throws, you are like, okay, what is going on? Like, you're just trying to air it out. Where Drew Brees, he knows why he's throwing it every single time. 10, 11 picks. Well, okay. 4-1, that's pretty good.
But look how he played in that Rams-Chiefs game. Like, yeah, he had a huge numbers. He also had 5 turnovers, and 2 of them went for touchdowns against them.
Yeah.
James Conner doing bad as soon as Le'Veon leaves. Le'Veon hasn't been there all season.
He's gone. He's now back.
Yeah. Le'Veon hasn't been there all season. What do you mean he does bad as soon as he leaves? He's been doing great, and he hasn't been there all year. Can you really consider him part of the team if he doesn't show up?
No, he's not part of the team.
No.
He's not even – because he never even signed his contract, so technically he's not part of the team.
Yeah. So you can't really say that, he is there.
Okay, what if you throw 50 picks and 50 touchdowns and 25 picks?
Pretty good. The 50 touchdowns look pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see if we got some on here.
Still gets MVP. I don't know. If you got a guy that throws like 45 touchdowns to only like 5 picks, I think he probably gets it just because he's more efficient.
Would the Bears be smart to rest Trubisky a second straight week considering the low probability of win at LA? If he's good to go, start him.
Drew Brees, 29 TDs, 2 picks. 50 is a bigger number than 45. Yeah, but the efficiency of 50 touchdowns or 45 touchdowns and like 5 picks compared to 50 touchdowns and 25 picks. Cowboys hanging with the Saints. I think they might early, but then the Saints are just going to blow them out.
The Saints are interesting to watch because they don't actually throw any deep passes. Michael Thomas will catch it within 15 yards and make it a huge play. That's something to watch. They don't have a lot of deep throws.
They also do have Kamara out of the backfield going, little hook routes, swing routes.
Him on a wheel route is unguardable.
That too, yeah.
Kamara on a wheel route out of the backfield is insane. Yeah, and it's the Saints. What else? Is it at the Cowboys or is it the Saints? Is it in New Orleans?
I thought it was at New Orleans.
If it's in New Orleans, that game's going to be
like
35.
It's in Dallas.
Oh, it's in Dallas?
But Drew Brees plays good in Dallas.
I think it's easily still Saints.
Yeah.
I think Stephen A. Smith is finally going to get to yell about the Cowboys after next weekend.
Reuben Foster. Oh, wait. The question before that was Le'Veon to the Bears.
No, please, no.
I don't see it either. I think they're pretty happy with Jordan Howard.
And Cohen is just a smaller Le'Veon Bell, and he's faster. He's not as good, but he's faster.
There's been a lot of Le'Veon Bell to Green Bay talks, and I don't want to see that just because I know that money, that contract would kill them.
Yeah.
Having to pay for Rodgers and Le'Veon Bell, along with the other terrible contracts that they have on that team with Randall Cobb and Clay Matthews, that would just murder them cap space-wise. They wouldn't be able to afford anybody for a while. So, yeah. Plus, Aaron Jones has been playing great.
Yeah, he's really good.
He leads the league in average yards per rush. And he has half as
many.
He's
come out of nowhere. Where did he go to college?
UTEP.
Yeah. He's awesome. He's a James Conner for Green Bay.
And he's got half as many carries as Conner does, but he's got just about the similar stats. I mean, number wise, not quite because he hasn't played as much, obviously, but average wise, he's got better stats.
That one just said Saints. Steelers. I think it'll be Saints. I don't know if it's going to be Steelers though.
Saints could definitely get there. I don't think the Steelers will either.
If it's coming through New Orleans, I think it's going to be the Saints.
Still want to see Le'Veon to the Ravens.
Le'Veon Bell, Lamar Jackson would be the funnest duo to watch in the NFL.
That would be quite.
That would be the funnest thing to watch.
I would love to see that.
Le'Veon, do you think you would to get back?
I think he would.
I feel like he's one of those people that would do it. Yeah, I really actually hope that happens.
See, there was a lot of speculation that the Jets are still going to try and get him. I think he just honestly, personally, does not want to play in New York. Because they've got tons of money to give to him. And I just don't think he wants to play.
I think he's only in it for the money. I think he's just going to try to get loaded after this.
Yeah, I think he is too. But at the same time, I think he wants to be on at least a decent team. Because I think his mindset is, okay, I could go to the Jets and lose 10-plus games a season and make huge amounts of money.
Your max money.
Or I could go to a decent team, make a big chunk of money, and still win and have a chance to go to the playoffs. I didn't quite see that. Something about diamonds. I wish I could scroll back on that one. On this one, I can.
It just joined.
Yeah, that one's all just people joining and then leaving after a few minutes. I know.
Let's see if I got some. We just have one. Do you think this is a basketball question, though?
Okay.
Will DeMarcus Cousins hurt the Warriors' team chemistry when he is inserted to the starting lineup?
Lamar Jackson, any good? Yes.
Yes, he is. He's amazing.
So Lamar Jackson should keep starting. Yes.
Yes.
Is DeMarcus Cousins going to hurt them? I mean, they're already kind of.
They suck right now.
Yeah.
I don't think he can hurt them.
I mean,
KD cannot lead a team to save his life.
Right. Yes, they're on a skid right now, but they're obviously still the big favorites to go to the finals. With Cousins, if Cousins comes
Clippers
back,
are number one though. Clippers are number one in the Western Conference right now.
Okay,
10-5,
so
11-5 maybe.
Okay. My guy Dame was holding it down for a little bit.
I love Dame.
Warriors could win 40 games in a row. Exactly.
Yeah, could. Yeah. Everybody's healthy. Why? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Warriors' energy is horrible right now. Yeah,
it's because of Kevin Durant. He can't lead a team. I would take Steph Curry over Kevin Durant every day. If I had to pick someone, I'd take Curry.
Oh yeah, and they already proved that they can.
Yeah,
so might as well. Cousins coming back, I don't know. It might make them a little bit worse because he's the guy. He's kind of a possession guy. He wants the ball because he wants to show that he can dominate.
And he's an ISO guy, and they're not an ISO team.
No, Raptors beat best team right now. I don't know. I mean, I think they're playing really well, but I wouldn't say they're the best. KD got the 2 Finals MVPs though.
Okay, Curry should have had that second one.
He played really well, yes, in the 2 Finals that they were there.
Yeah, but he's going to. He fits perfectly in that offense, and he's Kevin Durant. We got any college basketball fans out there? You guys have college basketball questions? I know a lot more about that than the NBA.
Sometimes there is. KD got 2. Oh, that's just a repeat. KD going to the Lakers next year. I don't think he is. There's been rumors.
He's going to New York.
There's been rumors that Anthony Davis is going to LA and
Celtics.
The Celtics. That one's been going on for a couple years, but it was him to the Lakers as well as DeMarcus Cousins to the Lakers. Yeah, Gonzaga's number 1 right now just because they beat Duke.
Did you guys watch? Did you watch the game?
I did not.
It was insane. That game was the best college basketball game this year easily, and it was. I watched it at work, and it was amazing. Duke was down 13 like at halftime. I knew they were going to come back a little bit, but R.J. Barrett at the end of the game, all they did was ISO, and he cannot do anything but ISO, which I learned, which I don't think he's going to be as good in the NBA because of that.
Who gets Zion in the draft?
Cleveland, and it's going to be the worst spot for him to go. He's going to go to Cleveland.
Probably.
I really don't want him to. I think it's going to kill him, but he's going to go to Cleveland. Notre Dame basketball, we have the best recruiting class of all time coming in this year. We have 6 new players, so it's a little rough. 5 freshmen, 1 redshirt sophomore. We have very, very good moments where we look amazing and we look like we're obviously our best recruiting class ever. And then we have some play for like 5-minute spurts where we're like, this isn't even basketball. And it's a really, really rough ride right now. We lost to Radford, which I wasn't really shocked. Radford's pretty good.
Ohio State's ranked 16 now. Maryland Terps going to be good.
For football or basketball?
Basketball.
I'm not a big fan of Big Ten basketball. I think it's very overrated. Maryland, after what Temple, is it Temple Gibbs? Was that his name? It was someone Temple. His last name or first name was Temple. They were really good then. I don't think they're going to recover because I don't think the Big Ten's good enough to produce good teams in the tournament.
Okay. Hi, nice to meet you as well. What is Liquid Richard Productions? Is that supposed to be a pun?
I have no idea.
Liquid Dick Productions.
College basketball. I don't know. Also, I don't know if Nevada's as good as they are. They haven't played anybody. Illinois State actually has the best big name non-conference schedule in the nation. I'm going to read it off to you
Birds,
guys.
baby.
ISU
well, I know
basketball.
This week they got BYU and San Diego State, which I will be at both of those games, ESPN.
Represent.
That's right.
So this is their non-conference schedule. Now, they play, where are they? This was last year. Oh, this is Iowa State, not Iowa State. The real ISU.
That's right, the real
Illinois
ISU.
State.
And not Indiana State either.
Yeah. Illinois State basketball schedule.
Birds, baby.
Okay, here we go. So big name-wise, they play Florida Gulf Coast. Everybody knows them.
And they won.
Belmont, you should know them. If you like college basketball, you should know who Belmont is.
They only lost by 10.
They lost by 11. You were right.
Okay,
yeah.
So basically 10 points, which is pretty good.
Then Chicago State. Everybody knows Chicago State around here because they're in aren't they? What conference are they in? They play, ISU plays them every year. Notre Dame plays them every year. Then Georgia, that's a big game, which they lost by 12, but not bad because they have Tom Crean now, who is Indiana's coach, and he's going to do a lot of good things in the SEC for Georgia. I think he's going to be really good. Then they play Akron. That's a decent name for mid-major school. Then they play Boise State, just big name.
And they beat Boise State.
Yep, beat Boise State. Lyndon won no knows to them. Then they got BYU, right? BYU, San Diego State, and Mississippi, UCF, and then start off with Valpo for the NBC.
Yep, they got a tough schedule this year, and I did a news story on this earlier this year. One of the big knocks on them last year, because they had a pretty good record last year and the year before that, because they've been to the NBFC conference tournament championship. I mean, every year for the past 4 years and lost. But they're trying to get that at-large bid, And what's going against them is their strength of schedule. So Dan Muller said, all right, we'll play someone.
Nobody would schedule him.
Yeah, he tried. Like, he was literally going at people on Twitter asking them to play. He was going for big names. And finally, Mississippi said, okay, we'll play you. Yeah. And they got into that tournament with Georgia and got to play them. So that boosts it too. Like, these bigger schools, ISU's going for them. ISU was not scared.
ISU basketball.
They're playing pretty good right now.
Good, and I think you have a shot at him not leaving. Excuse me. I think you have a shot at him not leaving because he went there.
Yeah.
After the last guy went to, you got two real good coaches back to back that left for bigger schools because they were going to pay him a lot more money, which I can't blame him. But this guy thinks he's going to stay because he wants to grow it here. Go Vols. One of the worst mascots.
Usually we don't have Tennessee fans in here, but I will welcome you. I don't mind Tennessee.
Yeah, me neither. I have a Tennessee basketball jersey.
There you go.
For some random reason, my grandpa got it for me. I'm more of a Vanderbilt guy because I grew up going to my grandpa would take me to Vandy games. So, and their colors are cooler. So, kind of lean towards them.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, of course, we appreciate you being here.
You got any questions about Tennessee? You think they're ever going to be back and be legit? Because I don't, and it hurts because I really want them to be.
In football or basketball?
Either. Tennessee, they're okay in basketball. They're pretty good in basketball. Like, not great, but they scare like lower SEC teams.
Yeah. I thought their football team was going to be better this year because they didn't have a bad season last year. It was not what they were expecting, but it wasn't bad. They played other SEC teams pretty tough. Then this year was just like, don't sleep on Nevada.
Once they play someone, probably. I like their coach a lot, but their coach this year, the guy who's made Nevada really good, just left for UConn, and he's killing it at UConn. So I hope they're good because I like seeing other teams that are out west that are good. So I hope he is, but we got to see him beat somebody.
Penguins think they're fancy with their black and white suits.
Well,
I was honestly, because it's happened before, I was honestly expecting you to say something about how you hate like college kids that think they can just get on here and talk sports. Because it's happened before. People just jumped on here and hated for no reason. But I like where you're thinking.
Yeah.
More of a
I love Penguins.
Okay.
My tag for Xbox is actually Penguin Pounder 4. So
why you
it was that or another name, and the other name didn't get accepted by Xbox, so I had to go with Penguin Pounder.
Okay. I actually made a pun about the March of the Penguins movie in the ISU football story I did. They played Youngstown State, and I said, as the weather worsened, the Penguins began marching.
That's awesome.
Love it. Andy Dalton done?
Yes. And for the Bengals.
I don't know. I think
Jack should sign him.
They might give him another year. Yeah, Jacksonville.
Why not?
Might as well. He'll play good enough to get you to the playoffs.
And he won't make you as mad as Blake Bortles will, even though I like Blake Bortles.
And the Jacksonville defense is good enough that they'll be able to hold him up a little bit better in the playoffs than
Calais Campbell does not get enough credit. He's better than Jalen Monster. He's amazing. Another thing about Tennessee sports, actually, Memphis now just got the #1 recruit for basketball. They have their coaches, Penny Hardaway. They got Mike Miller. A lot of people know him from the Miami LeBron days. They've got a really good recruiting staff there, and I think they're going to be really good because they have a lot of ex-NBA guys as coaches now and recruiters. I think Memphis is going to be a name to remember in a couple of years. They're going to start getting really good. They're going to get really, really good recruits.
Chargers coaches screwed up with Melvin Gordon. Thoughts on Kevin Love? Yeah, I mean, I thought they brought up Melvin Gordon back a little too soon. He looked all right, though. But yeah, now he's going to be out for like 2 or 3 weeks, which sucks. But I like Melvin Gordon, obviously. I'm a Wisconsin fan. But I thought when he got drafted, he wasn't going to translate to the NFL very well. And because it's happened, Monty Ball, PJ Hill.
Wisconsin running backs, they run the ball like up the middle.
Yeah. And it's gotten better recently, obviously, with Melvin Gordon, James White. I think Jonathan Taylor will probably be pretty good in the NFL too. But, yeah. Why am I missing somebody?
I don't know. Thoughts on Kevin Love, though?
Yeah.
I think he's really good. I think he's just in a bad situation in Cleveland. I think he's a great number 2. I loved Kevin Love when he was in Minnesota. I thought it was huge they got him. He played great the last 2 seasons. He's played totally fine this year, but Cleveland is such a dumpster fire. You couldn't even – the only person that can make that better is LeBron James. That's it. And what?
Yeah, that's where my girlfriend's at.
Same. Yep, I know. It was rough.
Sorry.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Actually, she texted me today, and I just deleted it. I have read receipts on, but I tricked her. I deleted it without reading. Yeah.
I am proud of you.
I got you. If she's watching.
How come Cowboys don't use Alan Hearns more? Because they've got Amari Cooper now.
Yeah. And I got Alan Hearns on my fantasy team thinking he was going to be like a sleeper. He sucked and totally let me down.
I thought
I had personal beef with him.
Were really dumb for letting him go. He was turning in. Him and Allen Robinson were becoming big parts of that offense, and they let both of them go, which was dumb.
Thank you for letting them go. Thank you for letting Allen Robinson go, though. Very happy about that. He's been great for us. So.
Yeah, they've both been pretty good. The Cowboys just don't use him as much. Dak doesn't go through his progressions very much, but he looks 1-2, check down.
Yeah,
so dumb.
I hate check down quarterbacks.
Yeah, but you love Tom Brady.
Though. Oh, Tom Brady's here. He doesn't even wear cleats. Have you seen Tom Brady's cleats?
Oh yeah.
Look up a picture of Tom Brady's cleats. He doesn't wear cleats.
They're like the really tiny molded ones.
Yeah, and they look like they're made for the 1980s AstroTurf. That was just a plastic sheet across the field. He doesn't wear cleats.
They probably have
that needs to get talked about more. That's bogus.
Sort of special
they probably by UGG.
Jags messed up their chemistry. Yes, by UGG. They definitely did. I mean, he had nobody to throw to then.
The Jags are just. You think it's the reason Allen Robinson and them left? Do they even have who's their number 1 right now?
Their number 1 wide receiver.
I don't know.
Either Dante Moncrief or Rashad Green, I would think. Yeah, it's probably one of those two. Probably Dante Moncrief, honestly.
Yeah, I think the Jags make me mad because I like their uniforms. I'm a big Blake Bortles guy, so I really do not like the Jags. Are making me very angry right now.
It's like they got good pieces all around them. It's like, how are you?
They just can't put them together.
Yeah. See, then you guys want to say the same thing about Green Bay? Oh, they have all these excuses. Well, they got
Mike McCarthy. That's the problem.
They've got a similar thing though. They've got pieces, and they just can't get it together. Apparently, any sport, yeah. What do you want to talk about? Try to stay American sports because if we go,
what did they ask? Any sports? Yeah, any American sports. Yeah. College hockey. I know a lot about college hockey.
If you go foreign sports, it's a little questionable. I do have a little experience though because we do have a bit of a foreign fan base.
European basketball, Augie basketball. Did I say that right? Australians is Augies, right? Okay, I think it's Augies.
We don't talk about basketball. That very much. Packers should have kept Jordy Nelson for one more season. Yep. I think so too.
Yep. No one's arguing with you there.
Definitely not. MLB. Yeah.
Yeah. Cubs fan. He's Cardinals.
I am not a Cardinals
fan. You're not a Cardinals fan?
No.
What are you? Sox fan. You're a Sox fan. That's what it is. I always think because you're Packers, you're Cardinals too. No. You don't piss me off. Cardinals, Sox, and Packer fans. Those three. Give them 3 years ago. All those people would be mad. They just rooted for good teams. What are your MLB questions? Joe Madden should be fired. I'll call it right now.
Ooh.
He made me mad.
Hot take.
Very hot take. It's not a hot take for Cubs fans. It's for Cubs fans. It's taking John Lester out against the Rockies. I was at work. I almost threw something through the TV. I was so mad.
Bumgarner and Giants agreeing to talk to teams for a possible trade.
We'll give you Zobrist. We'll give you Zobrist and like anyone you want, and I will happily take him.
Next Orioles manager?
I don't know because it's not going to be what's his face? Who's the ex-Yankees guy?
Girardi.
Girardi has said he will not sign with the team this year because he wants to interview with the Sox and the Cubs next year. Okay. He's looking to coach in Chicago. He wants to coach for the Cubs because he's actually my stepdad's house. So my mom and my stepdad, the Girardis lived there before they did. So before he owned the house. So that was kind of cool. That's the only families that have lived. My stepdad's family and the Girardis. So he's from around here. He's a Chicago guy.
Okay. I know we the other guy that we have on here sometimes, Tyler, he is a huge baseball guy. And I asked him about that because I was brought up. I saw it on where's Machado signing?
Boston.
You think so?
They'll pay. They'll pay the money. Chicago
sure
should pay the money, but they're not going to.
But yeah, Tyler, I saw on Twitter it said that Girardi wanted to coach in Chicago, so I sent it to him, and he thinks if he does go there to either the Sox or the Cubs, he's going to just screw him over because his style of coaching will not translate with the teams that are being built.
Because how young they are?
Yeah.
The Sox are rough right now.
The Sox are rough. They've got a lot of talent.
They're just doing what the Cubs did.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to start modeling off of that because it worked. Diamondbacks trading Goldschmidt would be wow.
I love the Diamondbacks.
I think
they're my second
though.
favorite team.
They could get a huge haul for him if a team is willing to give that up for him. And
they just need to make the playoffs. Anything for them to at least just get in the playoffs would be huge.
And they can right
get over
there
that hump.
too. They're right there. Where's Bryce Harper saying?
Philly.
See,
I've seen multiple
and the White
reports of him
Sox
going to Philly.
So
the White Sox will pay him more money because they're the third biggest market in the nation. I think he should go to New York or the Sox or the Cubs. I mean, he played with what's his face, Bryant. Played with him. He wants to come to the Cubs, but I don't think the Cubs are going to sign him because our owner does not pay what he should, and it's annoying. We should have 2 World Series right now, and we're sitting at 1, and we're never going to win another one. With John Madden, we will not win the World Series next year. Joe Madden.
John Madden is multiple Super Bowl champion.
I always say John Madden. It's Joe Madden. I'm sorry, guys.
John Madden's the better.
Yes, by far. Joe Madden's irritating. He makes the wrong pitching calls all the time.
Cubs should hire Girardi.
Yes.
We were just saying that.
I mean, he thinks that maybe they won't, it might not mesh well, but I'd be willing to try it because Joe Madden just keeps blowing it with pitching calls, and I hate it. No matter what, after 6 innings in the playoffs or an important game, the starter's done every single time, and it's so annoying. John Lester gave up 1 home run in the first inning. After that, played lights out, and he pulls him, and we lost the game. That's why I said, Cub fans, it's not a hot take. We want him gone. My dad hates him. My dad really hates him.
Dodgers fans don't like Dave Roberts.
I don't like Dodger fans. Dodger fans are annoying. If any pop-up goes in the air, they start screaming, thinking it's a home run. That is one I don't like. That's why I was rooting for Boston so hard. It's because I do not like Dodger fans.
Yeah, take that, Koki. Oh, there's Tyler. Tyler, we were just
the baseball stuff.
Yeah, Tyler, we were just talking about where's Girardi going to go and who's going to be the next manager of the Orioles. Craig Counsell should have won Manager of the Year, in your opinion. Joe Flacco to the Jags? Ooh, that'd be weird.
That'd be interesting.
Okay, yes, the Los Dodgers. Since he loves saying that.
What's Los Dodgers? Is that Dodgers in Spanish?
Yeah.
I think Joe Flacco to the Jags would actually be really interesting.
It would be.
I would love to see that.
I don't think it would happen, but
that's what Baltimore should do. Just get him out of there. Yeah, he won. When you win 2 Super Bowls there, or 1? One?
Yeah, just 1. Well, I know we weren't saying that he won't go there. We were saying, where is he going to go? And then, who is going to be. You joined, 10 minutes too late. But anyways, where's he going to go? And
throwing shade at listen.
I know.
We're going at each other.
At co-hosts that should be somewhere around here, sometime, but where you been? Anyways, where's Girardi going? Because the people want to know. Reds want Sonny Gray? Girardi is way too old school, and the Orioles just got this guy from the Astros.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
So where's Girardi going? Because
the Sox or the Cubs? Where's he going?
I brought up that how you said that his old school style of coaching wouldn't translate to the Cubs or the Sox.
It won't translate to the Cubs at all. The Cubs, it could be really bad, but I kind of want to see it because it might be better than that.
Hold on. Okay.
We're going to hold.
Are you going to call in? That would work too. We'll be taking calls.
You're doing research. Is he doing what is this?
Reds want Sonny Gray. Yeah, he just reworded it. Tyler, call into the show. Arenado is being traded as possible. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of trades. He won't go to the Cubs either. He would ruin the clubhouse.
It's already ruined right now. Joe Madden we're gonna make the playoffs next year. We're gonna make the wild card or win the division, and then we're gonna lose instantly because he's gonna pull the pitcher in the 6th inning again every time. Call it right now. What's today's date?
The 26th.
Okay, whatever playoff game we start in next year, the starting pitcher will be pulled in the 6th inning.
11:30 and I'm yawning already. Jeez. Calm down, guy. I'm the baseball guy around here. That's why I said call in.
I don't know much about baseball. I don't know much about baseball except the free agent stuff. Because I want a bunch of them to go to the Cubs, but the Cubs won't pay for them. So,
dude, shout out to Shy Sox Mike on Twitter. Dude is vouching hard for so many free agents to go to the Sox, and I'm going to be sad if none of them do because that's just going to. Why should you call in so you can get your opinions out quicker?
Giants will own the draft.
He's back again. No, that's just a bot. Bots are good up here where there's more people, but down here it doesn't really matter.
That guy should delete his Twitter. Wow.
You hear that, Tarek? Tyler said you should delete your Twitter. Cubs should keep Arrieta, or should have kept Arrieta.
Yes. Yep, but our owners wouldn't pay him. That's strictly the reason he left, because we would not give him the money he wanted, and he had thought he deserved it. He's been pitching lights out, too, on the Phillies. He's been playing really well. You should look up his stats. He's done very well. He's stayed pretty consistent. There we go.
Oh, see,
agreed with the yep. See,
there you go. Agreed with the baseball.
Stats have been very consistent
with Insomniac Sports baseball analyst Uncle T-Paz. I wouldn't have gave him 6 years, 120 either. Well, what would you have given him? Did you know Bryce Harper is an Ohio State fan? Apparently, I didn't know that until he was on game day.
Yep, me neither.
Then somebody said he should announce what team he's going to on game day.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, I don't think he will for a while still, but
I knew Michigan was screwed when Lee Corso picked them.
Oh, his wife went there? Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know Jack Squad. He said the Mariners weren't going to be the worst team or one of the worst teams in the league either. I would have gave him 3 years.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And stuff isn't as good.
That's very fair. I get the non-6 years thing.
He had a good year, but the strikeouts were down.
Okay.
Ohio State dominated Michigan. Yeah, Michigan's effort in that game.
I called that on my podcast.
I mean, I was hoping. Well, so the scenario that I wanted to play out was Ohio State beats Michigan, and then Ohio State gets beat by Northwestern. I didn't think Ohio State was going to just destroy Michigan like it happened, but yeah, I thought it was going to be like a two-score game.
Harbaugh cannot. How are they going to make the playoff when they can't beat Notre Dame or Ohio State? There's no chance.
Yeah, that's why having them so high, I thought was kind of true.
They have not beaten Notre Dame or Ohio State, and they will not do it. Notre Dame opens up at Michigan next year. Hopefully, we'll be at that game. Michigan's probably going to lose. Calling it right now.
Do you see the Marlins' new logo? Yuck. I didn't think it was that bad.
I haven't seen it.
It's yeah.
I kind of like it.
There we go.
I kind of like it. I'm a big neon guy, so I kind of like it
too. It kind of plays in with the Heat and their like Miami Vice uniforms.
They go with the Heat a lot.
Name something else you were right on. Go. When they got that interim manager, they played much better. Yeah.
I like the logo too, guys. I do. I like the logo a lot.
I like it. I think it's this coming year, the 2019 season is the first season that Chief Wahoo is not going to be on any
sad.
Cleveland Indians stuff.
That's sad. That was a sad retiree, in my opinion.
Good, you're welcome. What? For what?
I'm confused.
What are you saying you're welcome for, Tyler?
End of an era, thank you.
Yeah. And it's all just because people are dumb.
I get why.
I mean, yeah, I get why, but
then if you get rid of the Native American logos, in my opinion, you got to get rid of the Vikings, the Cowboys, because anybody can make that offensive too. You got to get the Giants. Fat people might think that's offensive. You got to get rid of the Giants.
Yeah.
The Irish, they're gone. That can't be a logo.
I called the A's being really good. Yeah, you did.
My dad
I
did
remember
too.
that. Yeah, and the Redskins. I actually did a project in one of my classes, in one of my sports management classes, about the Redskins and why they're not having as much controversy. So apparently, when the team first became an NFL team, their owner and head coach claimed he was Native American, and then so he said it was okay because he was Native American, and then like years later it came out that he may not be Native American. I don't think it ever was proven one way or another, but yeah.
If you look it up, if the by far the favorite team for Native Americans is the Redskins. If you look up the statistics, like,
and yes, I know it's a derogatory term, but like modern day, I don't think too many people know that it is a derogatory term. They just know it as a sports team name.
Yeah. And the logo's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I like their uniforms, and the throwbacks are dope.
I mean, they could still have a cool logo even if they took away like the Indian head. They could have like just the feathers, or like go back to the spear with the feathers. Big deal. That's not even, trying to be.
Or take the Native American off it like the Indians are doing.
Yeah. But I mean, it sucks that it's just like, saw what? Are you talking about the guy that just joined? Because yeah, I saw that. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't even like, it's kind of been a problem for a few years, but Chiefs are based on Native American, nothing offensive. The Indians and the Redskins are a joke.
What if the Chiefs had something like, what if they had like something closer to the Illinois' old logo?
They did at one point.
They did?
Yeah.
The Blackhawks, no one ever has a problem with.
This was the Chiefs' old logo.
Okay. That just looks bad.
It does.
I could see that one a little bit. I can see why that one maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Did you see the Braves signings? Yes, I did. I think they're overpaying Donaldson. But
more than what's her face? What's her name? She's a big politician, and she said she wasn't turned.
Oh yeah, that
what was her name? I don't remember her name.
Yeah, that idiot who turned out to be like 0%. Elizabeth Warren, yeah, who turned
That's her name. More than she is.
Yes, the Braves are making moves. They are indeed, Tyler. That's what Jake was saying up there. Do you think they overpaid Donaldson or no? I thought 1 year for $23 million was a little much, but I don't really know the pay scale for MLB. Do you like Hawaiian pizza?
Yeah.
You too.
La Gondola's Hawaiian pizza is legit.
God.
It's good.
It needs to be actual Canadian bacon and not just ham.
That's fair.
Sliced up.
That's fair.
Braves are making moves. They signed McCann. No, you think that's a good signing? 1 year for $23 million? Yankees will win next year. I don't see the Orioles going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think so either. I honestly, like, there's a lot. They've been talking a lot about teams moving in the MLB. I just don't see it happening. It takes a lot to move teams.
Beat Boston first, and then you can talk about winning the national. I mean, not the national. But
they have a third base prospect in AAA that will be their future guy. Machado and Harper are both dying to be Yankees.
I think Machado is. I don't know if Harper is. Harper does want to be a DH, though. He does want to play in the American League.
Risky at all. I was just thinking money-wise, it's a little much for him for 1 year. Like, yeah, I thought the 1 year deal was fine, but like the money, I thought it was a little much. They have a ton of money to spend. It's a great signing. Well, if they got enough money, might as well, I guess. And yeah, like Harper literally shaved his beard to show the Yankees he is willing to shave. When did he do that?
A lot KD people down here. Yeah, but are the Yankees going to pay him? If the Yankees pay him, why not? Which I think
favorite team is the Yankees. Google it exactly.
That's what blew it for me, Shave.
Did he though?
I don't remember.
Because I didn't think he was on game day.
It says he shaved during the season.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it happens sometimes. You just got to change things up. I mean, he's not shaved right now, obviously.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Indians almost traded for Harper. I mean, they had a couple guys they could have traded for him. I'm surprised that they're shopping around Corey Kluber. Or at least that's what I've seen. I'm sure Tyler will have a different answer for that. He shaved because Yankees have a no. The Yankees are dumb for having that.
That's a stupid rule.
Yeah. Not true. Okay, so then elaborate on that, Tyler.
And your hair can't touch your ears or anything. You have to have an appropriate haircut, too.
Where's Tyler? He's on the other stream. He didn't want to call in and talk with us, so he's just commenting. And we're talking baseball. That's the only reason he's sticking around. Otherwise, he would have left us by now. Where would Dallas Keuchel end up? It's a good question. Hey, Tyler, where's Dallas Keuchel ending up? I think he should just stay in Houston, but that's just me.
Here we go.
See, I told you should have just called. You'll get quicker.
Everybody want to be a Yankee?
In his mind, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to be a Yankee.
I don't either.
I'm happy being a Cubs fan. Very happy.
Bama takes championship again.
Probably. I think Notre Dame's the only team that can match up against them defensively, though.
Okay, fine.
Defensively, Notre Dame is the only front seven that can compete with them. Now, Clemson's defensive line, very good. Linebackers, a little suspect. But Notre Dame, Drew Tranquil coming in, I think we could seriously give them some to be scared. We can talk about that after baseball, though.
Dude, who's this Turks fucker? They don't know anything.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, hello to you too, Tyler.
Yeah, what's going on?
Just doing this show.
Good God. Everybody wants to go to New York. Bryce Harper shaved his balls. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, we love taking callers on this show.
God damn. Wait, what do you want me to elaborate on?
You can. Oh, well, I thought you were correcting me when I said that the Indians were shopping. Turk said you're stupid, by the way. Anyways,
I don't give a fuck. That person's dumb as shit.
Okay. Anyways, I said the Indians were shopping Corey Kluber, and you said not true. So
No. I said not. Jake said that the Indians tried trading for Harper. That's not true.
Oh,
Indians are shopping Kluber, Carrasco, and I think one more guy. I can't think of who it is right now.
Okay, well, there you go. The Indians are shopping Kluber and Carrasco and one other guy that Tyler can't think of.
Who is it?
Glenn said hi, by the way.
What?
Glenn said hi, and he wants to go frolfing.
Dude.
Trevor Bauer.
Hey, tell him I've been watching Australian baseball on YouTube every night.
Hey, Glenn. Well, actually, you could probably hear him. So there you go. He's been watching Australian baseball. And the other guy's Trevor Bauer, Jake said.
That's not true.
Okay, then it's not true.
Yeah, that's not it. They're not going to trade him. Fuck, who is the other guy? I can't think of him.
I'm kind of surprised they're shopping Kluber, though, because isn't he like their best pitcher?
Yeah, I think he was like third or fourth in the Cy Young this year.
Yeah, so that's a little surprising, but
yeah, I don't know why they're shopping him or Carrasco. Maybe they just don't want to pay him anymore, but they shouldn't have a problem with money because they're not paying Lindor or Ramirez yet. I don't know. It's a weird move.
Jake said to look it up. Turk said
I'm not going to read some Indians blog that says that they're trying to trade for everybody. I don't believe that stuff.
And Turk said yes. Look it up that they're shopping into the Yankees because they want Yankee prospects.
Is everybody getting shopped to the goddamn Yankees?
Supposedly. Also, Glenn said, "What are you watching Australian baseball for? Australians don't even watch Australian baseball."
Dude, actually, I noticed it. It's actually not bad. They have some MLB guys there.
Cubs manager is poop.
Yeah,
I agree.
Jake said,
"Thank you." He said, Lane said that Joe Madden not liking him's a hot take, and I said for Cubs fans, that's not a hot take.
He just
Blows
I don't
it.
like that he only lets his pitchers throw like 4 innings.
Thank you. He blows it like a whore. Just every game. Every single one.
He micromanages and makes the game about himself. It's the Joe show.
Yeah.
Okay, so Turk said, did the Yankees not meet with the Indians then?
About what?
About Kluber.
I haven't seen that anywhere, and I read baseball outlets all day. So I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again, but I have not heard that rumor.
Do you want Joe Girardi?
The Cubs?
Yeah.
No.
No.
He's too old school. The Cubs are too analytical, and it wouldn't fit.
Who do you think they should hire?
Oh, man, I really like the Diamondbacks manager, but he's not going anywhere. I honestly, I feel like David Ross would do a good job, but I don't think that he's old enough yet.
So there's an age limit.
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know, because I'm not real impressed with the guys that are like getting shopped.
Hoagie,
future managers.
what up?
Did you say Hoagie's in there?
Yeah, Hoagie's joined. This is Noah, not Tiker.
Nice to meet you.
I think he was trying to say new Tyler, but anyways.
Hey, fuck you, Hoagie.
Okay, so since you mentioned the Diamondbacks, where is Goldschmidt going?
No. That is a good question.
Do I know you?
That's going to be wild if he gets traded this offseason. I don't have a clue.
Hoagie said same to you.
Love you too, man.
Well,
I don't know where Goldschmidt's going to go, because he's going to – that's going to be a huge deal. Like, that's trading an MVP guy. Like, that'll be a huge trade. I don't know who will have the cojones to pull it off.
Well, supposedly the Yankees are discussing an Ellsbury Goldschmidt trade.
No, that's not true. They're discussing an Ellsbury Cano trade.
Okay.
Who is this Turk person, and why are you letting them?
He's the New York everything guy.
No, I'm not his roommate. We're just friends. We work somewhere together.
This is the same guy, that Turk dude?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Why is he so wrong today? He's never like this.
What do you mean he's never like this? He's always saying the Yankees everything, and Yankees are always going to win. The Yankees are getting all the best players. The Giants. 2 weeks ago, he said the Giants were going to beat the Eagles this week and then win the rest of the season and go on to the playoffs.
He's about to send screenshots.
Yeah, he said he's going to get screenshots about the Yankees trades and such.
About the Goldschmidt for Ellsbury?
That and the Kluber talks.
Dude,
and
so here's the deal. He can send me screenshots, but if it's some Yankees like Yankees blog, it's like a guy like you and me that are just throwing out shit so people will click it. That doesn't mean anything.
Okay, well, we'll see. Yeah. Send the screenshots and we'll find out.
Send us stuff from Barstool. That's how you know it's legit.
Yeah, if some Barstool guy's writing this, I also don't believe that.
Barstool's a good time.
Best sporting entertainment enterprise by far is Barstool.
Kluber is top 3 in my opinion.
Top 3 pitcher in the league?
In his opinion.
Yeah, in Hoagie's opinion.
I would say he's top 5.
Top 5.
Okay. So he's close. Okay.
Jake wants to know if the Reds should trade for Sonny Gray.
I personally don't see the point of it, but if they're just going to try to get him in there to teach the young guys how to pitch, because Sonny Gray's a veteran now, then I get it, but they better not give up anything for him, or else it'd be a complete waste. Just depends what kind of role they want to use him in. I honestly don't understand why they're interested in him, because he hasn't been good.
Well, Hoagie, he was in the stream and he was just commenting in the stream. I said, "Why don't you just call in? You'll be able to respond faster." So then,
I wouldn't let me send long messages. I was getting pissed.
Yeah, and so then there was a bunch of questions going. He was just typing short things back and forth, and then finally he was like, "Okay, fine, we'll call."
Oh, the thing I was about to say about Baltimore is that they brought in this Astros guy who's like super analytical and like wants to completely redesign how the Orioles do things. So Girardi not going to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got the screenshots. Let me go look at them. While I'm doing that, Jake says, "Do you like Scooter?"
Jeanette, yeah, I really, yeah, he's a good ball player. I thought he was good with the Brewers.
Okay, Tyler, this is from WKYC, which is an NBC affiliate. And
my God, some local news outlet that just, I don't believe that shit.
It's a New York Yankees interested in Cleveland Indians pitchers Corey Kluber, Carlos Carrasco. According to John Heyman of the MLB Network, the Yankees are interested in acquiring both of them.
The people want another Tyler pizza review.
Yeah, Tyler, when are you going to do that? You need to do it. Last week, ESPN's Buster Olney reported the Cleveland Indians are willing to trade anybody aside from Francisco Lindor and Jose Ramirez.
Okay, apparently WKYC isn't a local New York news station.
Well, either way, all that says is that they're interested, not that they've met with them or have had talks. So that doesn't mean anything.
The Yankees are already scheduled for a Tuesday meeting with the Indians, where Cleveland's willingness to trade some of its top players figures to be its primary topic of conversation.
See, should have started with that.
Well, I just got to it scrolling through the article. Because that's not towards the top.
Yeah, that is. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't trust every article.
And that was on November 6th.
Oh, my God. That was so long ago.
Boom. I had to get that in there. He ended with a boom.
Glenn wants to know how your Cardinals are doing.
It's not a good year in Down Under.
Hey, I get to go see them next week.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm going to Green Bay to watch them play Arizona.
Well, let me know how hot Rosen looks with his helmet off.
Okay. I'll try to get you a picture. I'm sitting on Green Bay sideline, though.
Tell him I love him if you see him.
Okay. Where's Cole? Cole doesn't live here with me anymore.
Why is he sending screenshots from fucking November 6th? That meeting could have never happened because there hasn't been any talk since then about it.
Oh, you're going to Green Bay, a city that's tied with Cleveland. It happens. Dude, I could care less about the rest of the season. I just want them to win when I'm there. That is it. And Turkey's calling you a neck bone. Apparently, that's an insult now.
Which neck bone?
There's multiples.
There are 5.
I don't have much of a neck, so I don't know how to take that.
I know. You're more of a nose guy.
Huge nose guy.
Definitely are. He also called you Rappaport Jr. ass.
Yeah, I don't know why he ever said that.
Because he thinks you look like Michael Rappaport.
Jesus Christ, that's the worst thing I've ever been told in my life.
I think it's just because of the schnoz.
But I don't yell like he does.
I know.
Nor do I ramble about NBA basketball.
Michael Rappaport has herpes, apparently. Okay.
That does not shock me.
Okay.
See, I don't have herpes, so I got rid of them.
Okay, at least you got rid of them.
Can't catch that twice.
Don't worry, Tyler Turk is a douche, according to Glenn.
What it sounds like.
Trying not to cut you out.
Hey, Glenn's from Melbourne, right?
No, he's from Brisbane.
Brisbane. Tell him he needs to go to a Bandits game.
A Bandits game?
Yeah, I think that's the Brisbane baseball team.
Okay.
I think they're called the Bandits.
Glenn, wherever you're at, did you hear that? You need to go to a Bandits game?
I actually looked in. They're offering jobs for the Arizona or Australian Baseball League. I might look into doing it.
In Australia? Is that what you said?
They offer to pay for like your housing and your travel, and they literally give you all the stuff you need. You're just a content creator for the team.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah, so I might look into doing it.
Glenn said he doesn't even know where they play.
Jesus H, Glenn.
He said you should come coach the Bandits.
Dude, I could fucking coach them. I'm gonna look at the roster. See if they're really good.
What's the job you're looking into? Hoagie wants to know. Glenn, Hoagie also said to ask you about Perth. I don't know why. Or what's
the Perth Heat? They're a good ball club.
I've heard of them before. You've talked about them before.
Yeah, dude, they're good every year.
Glenn said he'll be your assistant.
Glenn, if you feed me Dagwood dogs in between innings, you got a deal.
Glenn asked Noah earlier about Dagwood dogs.
No, you know what Dagwood dogs are?
They sound amazing.
I had to tell him what it is, but Glenn was asking him if he liked them.
Noah drowns, or not Noah, fucking Glenn drowns his in ketchup or something.
Tomato sauce,
Then
but yes,
why do the
ketchup.
Warriors keep losing?
Tomato sauce.
He could score 100 points a game, and if they keep losing, no one cares.
Yeah, Brisbane Bandits. They got sweet jerseys.
Tomato sauce. When he first said that, I literally my mind went to pasta sauce, and I was like, "What? What?"
A Dagwood dog?
Yeah, when Glenn said a Dagwood dog and tomato sauce, and I was like, "Wait, what?" But it's basically just a brat corn dog in in ketchup.
Yeah,
The Warriors beat the Magic by 6, and KD almost put up 50.
The Magic of Jerry and Grant.
Blows.
Glenn said he'll go to a Bandits game for you.
Dude, yeah, because they go see the GOAT Donald Watts. Guy couldn't make it in the MLB, but he hits 1 billion home runs.
Oh, yeah?
It's like Jimmer Fredette in the China League.
Oh, Jimmer.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Jimmer said he's thinking about an NBA comeback.
He's white.
He can't play defense. That's what it is.
He said he thinks his game is more refined now, so he'll be able to be better.
Him in the basketball tournament this summer was really good. They went to the championship.
Celtics need him. Jimmer to the Celtics.
Maybe. Well, that might solve their offensive problems. Their offense is atrocious. Atrocious. I looked at some Kyrie shoes. They were neon pink and neon green. I was bought them.
Dude, the ones he wore in his first game with the Celtics that had they were black and green and they had the gold shamrocks on them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Those were so
nice.
cool. I can't
go with my Notre Dame stuff too.
I can't find them in my size, but once I do, it's
instantly.
They're so cool. I love them. What was that about? Yankees will land everyone. I told you.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Glenn also said he would be the only one at the Bandits game. Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. The Bandits got some ballers.
All right.
Dwight Howard is
Dwight Howard.
Oh, Dwight Howard. So, those of you who don't know, Dwight Howard allegedly had a relationship with a transgender female, which means she was born a dude. Maybe still is. It's up in the air. We don't know. But what's been coming out is she has not had the surgery to transition fully into a woman. I do like Lovie Smith. I think he's getting screwed over.
Tyler Jake wants to know, do you like Lovie Smith at Illinois? He watches it on YouTube, Glenn. It's replays.
They're really young, and they could be really good. Last year, they started 11 freshmen.
Yeah, I'll use his answer. That's good.
Okay.
They started 11 freshmen. Next year, we're really going to see if it's going to pay dividends or not. And I agree
with all of that.
They're not getting great recruits, but they're getting better recruits than they have been getting in recent years they're actually getting 3 stars, which they never got before this recently, in recent history.
They got a 5-star and a couple 4s coming in for this next class.
That's insane. For Illinois football, that's insane.
Overall player, we got him over Alabama.
We don't take smoke breaks because smoking is bad for you. And how was duck hunting? The first day was fantastic. Killed out in an hour. Second day, it was a long day.
I'm calling PETA.
Do it. I dare you.
People eating tasty animals.
Yes. Tyler, what's your take on Dwight Howard?
He's a fucking.
I wouldn't box him out. I would not box him out. If I had to, I would just no.
Oh, did you see? There was. Oh, of
the
course,
memes are great.
Of course,
the memes
there was
are
million
awesome.
Memes. There was one.
Look up Dwight Howard.
There was one of Yasiel Puig when he did his little butt shake in the World Series or the.
I saw that.
Yeah, it said this is how Dwight Howard be boxing people out from now on.
There are screenshots of their DMs between each other, and apparently they had a full-out sexual relationship. So, yeah. Well, maybe.
Who knows?
Which that's fine. I just don't want him lying about it.
There was a video that came out the other day of him grabbing some dude's dick sitting down next to him.
Oh yeah, just guys being dudes.
Where do you see the messages?
The messages on Cross. Let me find it for you. It was on Instagram.
Tyler, Glenn said you can have potato gems at the baseball game there in Brisbane.
Fuck yeah, you can. They know what they're doing over there, Glenn.
I found the screenshots on Cross Sports. It's a private account, but if you follow it, it has really great memes, and it actually has some background basketball stuff that you will not find anywhere else that I found. So go follow if you want some background information on a lot of stuff.
Jake also wanted to ask you how what are your thoughts on the Ohio State-Michigan game?
Michigan's a bunch of candy asses.
No problem.
They're overrated. Shea Patterson's not that good.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Shea Patterson is washed up.
Cross Sports.
Crossed. So it's CROSSED and then sports. It's all one word.
Yeah, like cross.
Yeah.
I don't think Ohio State's that good either.
I do.
I
I called the Michigan.
Their offense is good.
Yeah.
Their defense is
which is weird because their quarterback kind of sucks. I like Tate Martell a lot better. He's a dual threat quarterback. He's their backup. I like him a lot more than their quarterback right now. This quarterback they have, he's out of shape, and I don't know. I don't like him as much as Tate Martell.
Haskins don't suck. I mean, he's got the stats, yes, because their offense.
I hope Georgia does not sneak into the playoff because that might bump Notre Dame. So,
but Notre Dame's already at 3. They're not going to go anywhere.
Well, what if Georgia beats Alabama and Ohio State kills Northwestern and Oklahoma loses?
We can only hope that Georgia beats Alabama.
No, I am praying for Alabama to beat Georgia. If Alabama beats Georgia, no question Notre Dame's number 3. And if Clemson loses, we can get number 1. Let's go, Pitt. Pitt's underrated. Pitt is underrated.
It's going to be a fun championship weekend.
It is. Not for Notre Dame fans because
you don't have
one.
Won't get in a conference and you can play in one.
They lost by 3 last year. I mean, they had a completely different team, but still had a shot.
Yeah. We'll have to see. I mean, Georgia's got a really good run game. Who's the new guy? This is Noah. He's a special guest tonight.
I think Dwayne Haskins is better than Shea Patterson because I don't think Shea Patterson's that good. But Michigan's
I think I'm better than Shea Patterson.
Huh?
I think I'm better than Shea Patterson. I didn't even play football.
I'm better than Shea Patterson.
That's a fact. He is better than Shea Patterson.
He's actually played with me. He knows a little bit.
Notre Dame smoked Syracuse. Syracuse almost beat Clemson.
Okay, but when Syracuse played Notre Dame, Syracuse
it was in New York.
And what's his nuts? Dungy got hurt. Yeah. It didn't play mostly.
And our uniforms, whenever we play the Shamrock series, we play horrible, and we killed them. So I think it's legit this year.
Are you a Notre Dame fan?
Yes.
Dude, they're overrated. They're going to get smoked.
Really? Why are they overrated? Tell me why.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I haven't watched.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
I just wanted to hear your reaction.
I was like, everyone, because I have an answer for every single one what people bring up. Oh, they're awful. They're the worst Oh, they're so bad. Those were horrible.
I'm a Q's fan. Notre Dame's legit.
Thank you. You guys are getting cheated out of a bunch of years. By Jim Boeheim is cheating you guys out of a lot of basketball years right now. So I am sorry for that because he should have been gone 3 years ago.
That's a hot take right there, but I don't really disagree.
He is definitely cheating them out of years right now, and it's bogus because you guys, they're not going to sign anyone because they know he's leaving soon, but he's going to keep staying, and I don't know. That one really bothers me because I like Syracuse basketball because I thought it was cool, like their history was cool and stuff, but
hey, me too.
Big East basketball. If you don't know what Big East the old Big East basketball is, you don't know real college basketball.
The old Big East was a classic.
Oh, it was so legit.
He needs his 100 wins back. Boeheim
1,000. He's got 100 wins.
Hey, you can only pay guys for so long until you get caught.
I know. Mm-hmm. See, Notre Dame guys, they don't get paid because they actually have to be decent at school. So we never get those 5-star guys.
They don't get paid because they don't have to go to class. That's the trade-off.
Yeah. Glenn said the Bandits play in Sydney, play Sydney Friday night.
Oh, what you're talking about is
big matchup.
What you're talking about is they stripped over 100 wins from him. You're saying they want those 100 back. That makes sense. My bad. I thought you meant overall 100 wins. I was like, dude, he's way more than that.
Yeah. Dude, actually, I'm gonna see if there's an Australian game on, and then I'm gonna fall asleep to it.
There you go. He's gonna watch an Australian game and fall asleep to it.
Dude, that's what I've done like the last 4 nights.
I had something I was going to say, and I can't even think of what it was now.
Was it college basketball, college football, or baseball?
Ooh, hey, let's talk about how bad Alex Hornibrook is, Lane.
God, dude, I've been saying it for years. He's so bad.
They had 6 wins.
Yes.
Okay, they are.
Yes. Dude, they're going to
He
go.
looks uncomfortable when he throws the football.
They were the sexy pick
does.
this year for the playoff.
Yeah, they were.
They were like everybody's, they're underrated.
They were, or at least supposed to be.
5.
They didn't really lose a whole lot of seniors that, were like big contributors. And they were supposed to have like really good guys filling their spots. And then in turn, Alex Hornibrook has just murdered their chances this year by his incredibly bad play, his turnovers. He started off the year really good, not having very many. And then it was literally like the announcers one day just said, Alex Hornibrook hasn't had very many picks. And then it was like he heard it and was like, oh, they want me to throw picks. And then he just his touchdowns turned into picks, and it was just disgusting.
Dude, he's so bad. I don't know how he even plays football.
I don't know either. I don't know how he got the top quarterback at the Manning Passing Academy.
I saw that. I hope to God he starts day one because I didn't realize Hornibrook was a junior. Can you imagine another year of watching him chuck picks to Minnesota?
No, and that was the most disgusting thing of this entire season was losing to Minnesota.
They got smoked.
Yeah, they played awful.
Hey, can we talk about how overrated Jonathan Taylor is while we're at it?
Dude, Jonathan Taylor is a stud.
Oh, yeah? Why didn't you beat Minnesota?
There's a lot of reasons.
There's
a lot of reasons.
You can't just run the ball. Yeah.
PJ Fleck is the most underrated coach in college football, in my opinion.
Roll the fucking boat, Wayne.
But they did beat PJ Fleck, so it's not like it's that hard to beat him. They beat his undefeated again. They were undefeated.
They had that one guy who's on the Titans now.
Corey Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a beast.
Hey, he was a number 5 overall pick. But anyways, no, they had horrid interceptions by Hornibrook as well.
I watched one of them.
Yeah, the first one he threw was just absolute trash. He had literally 3 guys stacked right in front of him, and he tried to throw it over them, and he couldn't even get it. He barely got it past the first guy, and there was no way it was getting past the second guy. It was terrible. He sucks. His first year, I thought he was okay, and then he has just gotten worse, and I have not liked him ever since.
Dude, I remember the first game I watched him play was his freshman year, and I was like, holy shit, this guy sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he started off kind of bad, then got good in the middle, then got worse. But yeah, they started warming up Jack Cohn on the sidelines too, and they never put him in, which pissed me off because he played so well against Purdue, and they didn't even give him a shot.
Well, here's the deal: if you're going to be a left-handed quarterback, you have to be Michael Vick, or else you're not good.
Basically,
I said
or Boomer Esiason. Boomer was good for a few years.
Dude, last year, Hornibrook threw 15 touchdowns and 9 picks.
Yep.
His freshman year, he threw 9 touchdowns and 7 picks.
Yep.
And he only completes 61% of his passes.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you start that guy?
He's fairly efficient because the 61% is pretty good, but like his yardage is awful because he only throws like screen passes and slants, which he sucks at throwing slants too. Like slants and outs, he doesn't even place the ball good. But like, I don't understand this dude. Like, yeah, he's got the leadership apparently. Like it looks like he does, and he knows what he's doing. But like, if you can't run the ball. And, like, they put up like 130 yards or something like that rushing with just Jonathan Taylor. But you have to be able to do more than that because once they start stopping the run game, you got to throw the ball, and he can't do that.
Oh, God. He's 13 touchdowns to 11 picks this year.
Yeah. Dude, he started the year with, like, 6 touchdowns and 0 picks. And then, like I said, it was literally like the announcers said, wow, he hasn't thrown any picks this year. And he was like, got to throw picks. Interception. It was terrible.
How much has Jonathan Taylor's draft stock dropped?
I don't know, dude. He's the leading rusher in college football.
Yeah, he's ran for more yards this year than last year.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize he was only a junior. I thought he was a senior.
He's a sophomore.
Oh, a sophomore. That's what I meant. Holy balls. Well, you know what? Fuck me. Never mind.
Well,
I thought
and
he was a senior.
yeah, well, he's only a sophomore, and most Wisconsin guys stay for all 4 years, so he possibly has 2 more years to do this.
That's because all they do is just accumulate stats, and then they just poop on records every year.
Yeah.
He is fucking good. Damn.
Yeah, he is good.
If only if he were anything close to Reggie Corbin down there in Chambana. God.
How many rushing yards does he have?
It feels good knowing that we got the future Heisman winner coming back.
Oh, do ya?
Yeah.
Speaking
we
of,
didn't even use Mike Epstein this year.
Oh, yeah? I don't know these guys because I could care less about Illinois football.
Hey, me too, and I'm a fan.
I know you are. How's that podcast going for you?
It's actually going good. We're getting a lot of listeners.
Good. People want to hear you talk bad about Illinois because Illinois is terrible.
They are bad, but I'll still talk. I love them. They make me probably want to kill myself most times I watch them, but I'll never quit watching.
Okay. Hey, since I said Oduya, Blackhawks.
Well, yeah, let's talk about them Blackhawks, Lane.
So why did they get rid of Schmaltz?
Dude, I don't know. Their front office is so bad.
I thought that was a really dumb idea.
Schmaltz is super lazy and has not been playing well. He's been super lazy.
So they still kind of have that, if I don't like you, I'm trading you aspect, like they had with Teravainen.
That hurt. That one hurt.
Dude, getting rid of Teravainen and Panarin was
those were aggravating.
Yeah, could you imagine
the Blackhawks? They're both studs.
Can you imagine the Blackhawks right now if they still had Teravainen and Panarin?
And Ryan Hartman.
And Hartman, yeah.
And fucking Chalmerson.
I love Chalmerson.
I mean, I'm getting a boner just talking about these guys.
I imagine so. Now the Coyotes have 4 former Blackhawks players on their team.
Yeah, they're the Arizona Blackhawks.
Yeah, they're the Blackhawks of the Southwest.
The Phoenix Blackhawks.
Yeah.
They're just like the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yep, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Derrick Rose, he's killing it right now. He's literally got the same stats. Right now, he has the same stats of his MVP season, and he's shooting 40. Okay, that's not true. He's averaging 1 less point and 1 less rebound, but he's averaging 3 more assists, and he's shooting 46% from three-point range this season.
Derrick Rose is back. I wonder when his knees are going to blow out again, though. She's had 43 surgeries. There's no way those will.
You just gotta hope with him.
Do you remember the one Patriots guy? You probably don't because it's been a while. But
me?
Yeah, you.
What Patriots guy?
His handle is literally NE Patriots, and he's got a flag.
We know it's Howard.
Oh yeah, that cocksucker. Yeah.
He just said Dwight Howard just tuned in because he heard the word boner.
Patriots still suck.
I mean, they're going to go to the playoffs. They'll probably go to the AFC Championship. Yep. So,
hey, guess what, Blaine?
What?
Next year, Josh Rosen, my QB1, will lead us to an 18-0 season. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck the Packers.
Wait, why only 18-0?
You're a Cardinals fan?
He's a Cowboys fan, but he got. But what about the Cowboys now? Since they're starting to win games and leading that. No, this is not the Colts. I don't even know what
their record is, honestly.
The Cowboys are 6-6 right now, or 7-6. I don't know, something like that. But anyway,
leading the division.
Yeah, they're leading the division now.
That's not an accomplishment in the NFC East. Leading the division is not cool. That is not no. That's not even worth one of those state cross country sweatshirts.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how not great it is.
Talk about peaking in high school, by the way. Yeah. One of those goes around. We get it, dude. You run fast. Awesome.
No, you run long distances.
Yeah.
That too.
You don't necessarily have to run fast.
That's wild.
You run the short distances fast. You pace the long distances.
They still run them pretty fast.
They do run.
They
really
run
fast.
3 miles with them. Their mile pace is faster than I can run an 800.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was a record running 800 runner. I know, totally looks like it. At my freshman year of high school, I was right there at the record for time, the 800 time, and then I see the 800 time in college, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, it's borderline.
Because it's like
I don't know how
the
these people
fastest
do it.
I ran my 800 was like 210, I want to say, somewhere right around in there. 208, I think, was the record, and I ran 209 once. But these guys are running their 800 in like a minute 10, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, it's insane.
How? I'm like, that's
800.
800 is 2 laps around the track.
Oh, dude, yeah, they made cars for a reason.
So you could watch NASCAR?
No, dude, I'm not inbred.
How about Joey Logano? Huh?
Is he good? I know who that is.
He just won whatever the last race was.
Daytona 500. That's the only one I know.
All right.
What
about the Indy
I don't
500?
think that's the last one, though.
What about the Indy 500?
That's not NASCAR.
It's racing.
I mean, I thought they did NASCAR there too, but it's mostly like IndyCar racing.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. I just made that up.
Danica Patrick.
Not hot.
I'll say it.
God,
not that hot.
Dude, he's a dime.
Tyler says yes. Noah says no.
No, she's not that hot.
Yeah, she's dating Rogers.
Oh, she's covering up his gayness. That dude's so gay.
His
Man,
brother
he can do
tried.
better.
His brother tried calling him out on Twitter.
He's done it
the other
multiple times. It's just recently.
Yeah,
Aired all the family news out on Twitter.
He's just trying to make himself something. He turned out to be a bust in the NFL because he wasn't as good as Aaron. And I was a big fan of him too coming out. And what's the story on that? That's what we're elaborating on here now. But yeah, I mean, he's known as Aaron's little brother and the guy that was on the Bachelorette, whatever.
Bachelorette. He was on the Bachelorette. Got voted off real early.
Yeah, I get those two confused of like what they were. But yeah, that's what he's known for.
Bachelor in Paradise underrated.
No, didn't he like go like wasn't he on the Bachelorette and then got on the Bachelor and won?
I thought he was on Bachelor in Paradise.
Something like that.
ABC
Anyways,
is making millions off one concept.
Yeah, it's really
genius.
But anyways, so yeah, all he's trying to do is make a name for himself now by calling out Aaron Rodgers for all the family stuff. So recently, Aaron tried to raise money for all the wildfires in California.
Didn't he just donate $1 million?
He donated $1 million, and then
that's nothing.
Well,
nothing.
He has that, and he got State Farm to donate, $1 for every retweet that he gets on like his video or whatever with the hashtag retweet for good. And, so he was trying to match that $1 million, and then the Green Bay Packers donated some money too. Like,
we know the Packers on the road are a joke.
Yeah. I mean, they have a shot against the Jets, but that's about it. Anyways, so yeah, supposedly he didn't call his parents to be like, "Hey, are you guys okay?" At least that's what Jordan said.
Maybe he was busy.
I mean, yeah,
he's an NFL quarterback.
He kind of has an NFL career, but anyways,
I would still call my mom and see if she was okay.
Yes,
I'm just saying. Turn your sprinklers on, people. It might save your house.
But we don't know for sure, like if Aaron didn't, and Jordan could just be making stuff up because Aaron won't comment on it because Aaron doesn't want to talk about that stuff.
Hey, Wayne.
What?
I'm going to say this and I'm going to go to bed. How does it feel that your quarterback sucks dicks?
I mean, he's had an off year, that's for sure. But
you know why?
The wildfires in California.
Because Michael McCarthy sucks.
That could have some truth to it, but I was going to say because he's got a girlfriend now, air quotes.
Danica Patrick.
He had a girlfriend the past 2 seasons.
Yep.
Sexually frustrated because he doesn't like vaginas. So,
this isn't Dwight Howard.
You tell me. Just putting that out there for you.
I'll ask him when I go up there next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him know what his favorite kind of dick is.
Okay.
Dwight Howard's ass.
I'm going to bed.
Okay. Good night, Tyler.
Yep, see ya.
37, one trailing by 1 point against winning record teams.
Okay, but anyway, let me finish what
Captain Kirk's not that good. Don't get excited. He's not. Thielen and Diggs are the reason they won that game.
You're right. And Green Bay's inability to play defense with their 4 defensive backs that can actually play because everybody else is
that are 20 years old.
Yeah, that are
21, 22, not 20. Exactly.
Literally our age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so the Aaron Rodgers thing, he was trying to, get the retweets or whatever, so State Farm would match his donation, and then Green Bay gave a donation too. But then Jordan came out saying that he didn't call his mom when the fire started and stuff to make sure that his mom was okay as they were like evacuating, and that he doesn't care about his own family.
Is their house even in where the wildfires are?
I think it's close. Like it was or something like that. They might have moved since then. I don't know for sure. I know he's from Chico, which is up in that area. But yeah, so Jordan was just trying to say that Aaron doesn't actually care about his family and that they could have all burned and he wouldn't have said a word about it. But yet he's still trying to raise a bunch of money for that entire area. I mean, Aaron's not going to make comments about it probably because he doesn't want to, mix his personal life into his professional life. But I don't know. Jordan's just getting annoying now, trying to call out Aaron for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to make a name for himself.
The rift is that he's completely forgotten and like what is it? Disowned his family since he became an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
And doesn't have any relationship with any of them whatsoever.
Which, I mean, if they're going to try and take time out of their day just to try and create a platform for themselves to call you out on your family stuff, then, I mean, maybe you should.
Why? We don't know why.
Supposedly, it was because not Danica Patrick, Olivia,
before him?
yeah, Olivia Munn. Apparently,
She was cute.
didn't like his family or something, and she was telling him that like you shouldn't pay attention to them or whatever because they're just trying to ruin your career.
Jordan is trying to ruin his career.
Yeah, but like that was just the supposed story. Like that was never confirmed, so we don't know for sure. But yeah, Jordan's just trying to be a dick now.
And someone said something about Nevada basketball earlier. Nevada basketball, it's a little. I said this earlier. Their coach this year is a new guy. The old guy that recruited everybody. It was you. Sorry. So he left and went to UConn, killing it at UConn this year. But he recruited all the guys at Nevada. Nevada has only played BYU, Pacific, Little Rock, California, Baptist, Tulsa, and UMass. All the teams, they suck. Like BYU's a big name, but that's just big name. They're not any good. If they could actually, they've got Loyola coming up. USC is underrated. They're actually pretty good. That hurts to say because I'm a Notre Dame fan, but USC is very underrated. Yeah, easy schedule so far, and then it's going to start with what are they in? The WAC. The WAC. They are in the Mountain West. Then the Mountain West starts, but they do play Arizona State. Arizona State they're a decent team. They're not going to blow you away, but a couple years ago they were ranked number 5 in the nation, so they can scare you.
All right, we're going to go for about another 10 minutes. Okay.
So send us more questions.
Get your questions out there. Move from Hughes to Reno.
Nice. That's good.
Is it good? What if you liked Syracuse?
Yeah, did you like Syracuse better?
He hasn't said anything.
Here we go.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I'm sorry.
I was surprised the Pacers beat the Jazz by like 20 points.
The Jazz suck, dude. They suck. The Jazz have completely fallen apart. Denver is something to talk about. Denver is fun to watch. Played with them on 2K today. Not that fun to play with on 2K, I'm not going to lie, but they are an awesome team.
Well, they had to get that far.
Yeah, how the hell Q's made it over Notre Dame, where Notre Dame is ranked higher than them in the ACC, has a better non-conference schedule, but no, we're going to let Syracuse in. That's what we're going to do. That was I was mad. That was a bad day at my household.
Both lost in the Sweet 16. Indeed, they did.
Yeah, but you guys played the play-in game too, so you guys won 2 games in the tournament, so that's still cool. You guys made it farther than most people thought you would. Even though ACC best conference, just proves it.
Diggs or Thielen?
Thielen.
I probably would go Thielen too.
Thielen's hands are insane. Diggs is good, but Thielen's impressed me a lot this year. I never thought Diggs was that great. I thought he was good, but
and since you mentioned the play-in games for the NCAA tournament, I hate those.
Dumb.
They're just a moneymaker. They're just trying to make more money.
They call it the first round. It's not the first round.
The first round is the round that everybody watches while they're at school and at work.
Yeah.
Because those games actually matter. The other games, it's, okay, who's going to be the 16 seed?
Yeah.
That's Doesn't matter.
I hate the playing games. They're the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, they're just trying to make more money for the NCAA because then they can get TV contracts to televise those games. Playing games, even court on bracket.
Count on bracket. It depends.
Count on bracket.
It depends on which one you do. ESPN, they don't. CBS, I don't know if they do.
Most of the time, you don't have to even pick the winner for it. Like when it goes into like the regular tournament, it doesn't matter who you pick for that. It's just going to automatically put it in anyways.
You can still like submit your bracket after.
Good sleepers for FanDuel this week. For football, Virginia lost round one, right? Yeah, they lost to.
I called that. I had 8 brackets last year, and 4 of them I picked that Maryland team that beat them. I said they were going to be the first for number 1 seed to lose.
Yeah, University of Maryland, Boston County.
They are always really good in the regular season, and they cannot win in the NCAA tournament. That I said they were going to be the first number 1 to lose, and I was right. So I hate Virginia basketball. It's the most boring team to watch, and they cannot win in the postseason.
So sleepers for FanDuel this week.
Cohen at the Giants. I'd go Cohen.
That's not a bad pick because he'll definitely get his touches and probably score. Giants defense is
Bears defense. That's not really a sleeper though.
True.
If Tyler Eifert is healthy, if he's healthy, I really like him.
Colin Kaepernick sleeping. He might be sleeping. It depends what time zone he's in right
he's
now.
Probably he's probably.
I kind of want to say one of the
Nike.
True. I kind of want to say one of the Falcons receivers, probably Calvin Ridley or Sanu, because Baltimore's secondary is not that great. They're going to line up Jimmy Smith on Julio Jones and probably double team him all day, leaving the other 2 to get open. So it's just kind of whichever one of those you want to pick. Denver defense against Cincinnati probably be a good one with Jeff Driscoll starting.
I'm not a big fantasy guy. I don't know a lot about it.
Thought McCarthy made Rodgers miss those throws. I mean, the play call probably wasn't the greatest, but the throw themselves, yes, those are Rodgers' fault, not McCarthy. He overthrew. I feel Mixon will go off this week. He could just because they played Denver because they're heavily going to lean on the run, starting a fairly young guy. He's only been in, I think this is his 2nd year in the league. All QBs miss throws. Yes, all QBs do miss throws, but some of his throws have
catches.
Right, but some of his throws have been kind of bad. The one where it was like 3rd and 8 and he aired it out to Devontae Adams, he overthrew that one, which probably could have been a touchdown or close to, but stuff happens. The one where he threw it at St. Brown's feet, that was stupid. That was pathetic. That was a bad throw. That was his fault. Other than that, Adam's juke was sick. Yeah, it was. Dude's got moves.
Thielen's catch.
That
was sicker.
I think the running back from Denver will have a good game too. Which one? Because both the running backs, Lindsey and Freeman, are pretty good.
He's a white guy.
The white guy? I don't think they have one.
The Denver.
I know Lindsey's kind of light-skinned, but
no, there's one white guy who's like someone's 3rd string. I think it's Denver.
Is he the fullback?
30.
30. That's Lindsey.
Okay, he's insane. I like him a lot.
He's really good.
He's fast.
A lot of people now it's coming out that he was super underrated going into the draft and should have been drafted.
But they say that about everybody that blows up.
Yeah, that's just a good excuse.
Yeah.
Mayfield playing well, cheap.
Since he's been on Pardon My Take, he has not thrown an interception, thrown for almost 500 yards, and they're undefeated. That's the sabermetric stat of the day.
He has been playing fantastic. And the stat that I noticed was in the games with Hugh Jackson, his yards were average. His touchdown to interception ratio was pretty bad. They got rid of Hugh Jackson. He's only thrown 2 picks, I believe, since he left, and 9 touchdowns. I like Cousins this week.
Hugh Jackson didn't want to draft Baker Mayfield.
You like Cousins against the Patriots this week? I don't know about that one.
Who plays the Green Bay secondary?
Arizona.
Oh, no, Arizona's
I
not
was
going
gonna say, I don't know
to
about that one. I mean, I know Green Bay's secondary is bad and beat up, but
McCaffrey's going to
Patriots
Tampa Bay.
secondary is awful. I mean, it's the Patriots, so they always figure out a way to come back at you, though.
Yeah.
Patriots secondary isn't good. I know they're not that good, but they always figure something out. And if you can shut down two guys,
They're going to throw 4-yard outs the whole game and win the game.
Patriots secondary at home is okay. I mean, the Patriots at home are pretty good regardless. You'll get the refs on your side, obviously, and then Brady's going to control the ball most of the game. So the Minnesota offense won't really get it. And defensive line isn't that good. But they still get it done.
Patriots defense, you can say that about everything. Patriots defense isn't that good. It's just a fact.
Mm-hmm. Cousins is coming off a really good game, too. He always has good games against Green Bay's awful secondary, though.
He's got Green Bay's number. It's just who he's good against.
It's
like Brock Osweiler against the Bears. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter how they play with the refs. That's true. But yeah, I mean,
the refs have good games.
Cousins does have their number. I mean, like I said, I threw the stat out there earlier. They said that him and Joe Namath are the only two quarterbacks in their first 2 games against a team to have 800 plus yards and 7 touchdowns against them. I thought Belichick was a defensive mastermind.
They're winning games.
I think he's relinquished that role now. He's more of just like a GM, head coach guy. Like he's not really focused.
He tells them when they're going for it and who to put in.
Yeah. His defense sucks.
Yes.
I mean, it hasn't been that great since Patricia left. But even with Patricia, it had its moments.
Patricia's getting big. If you've seen him recently, he's letting himself go.
He's enjoying Detroit's food.
Yeah, he is that deep dish pizza. Their deep dish style pizza.
I mean, when you go somewhere new, you gotta test out all the good spots. You gotta find somewhere good to eat.
I got a lot.
Well, hey, there you are. I gave you a shout out earlier. Where you been? Worries about Sony and Flash Gordon plus Gronk. No. I mean, Sony Michel. I haven't even paid attention to their injury updates. Gronk seems fine. I didn't see anything about Josh Gordon though. Doesn't seem like he's getting the ball as much because they're not talking about it as much anymore. What was your shout out? Oh, it was about the Dodgers a while ago.
Doyers.
Burkhead's back. See, there's another white guy too. Oh, they made this joke in the Clemson game the other day. They were talking about what's his name? Renfro. Or not Renfro. Yeah, Hunter Renfro from Clemson. And they said, so what round is the Patriots going to draft Renfro? And the little white receiver that isn't as well known throughout the nation. This is Noah. It went from hi, nice to meet you guys to
yeah, I've been saying hi a lot. How's it going?
See, everybody's got to get to know you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Okay, so we did hit that 10-minute mark. It is 12:30. So, what'd you guys think? Did you like the guest co-host? Well, no, I see how it is.
How is it? I'm sorry. If you guys want to hear more of my takes on sports and we talk about other stuff, we power rank dipping sauces. That's what we did last week. We also talk about stuff going on, not just sports. It's Stay Calm with Noah Schofield on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Go subscribe, and we will be coming out with another episode later this week. You've already got 3 of them already.
Supposedly, I'm going to be on it.
Yep, so. He's supposed to be on it this week. So go check us out. Stay Calm with Noah Schofield. First half is sports. Second half, we get into some other stuff. A lot of people I've gotten. Depends on which person you ask which one they like more. It's a little biased because I am a Bears fan and stuff. You get the Bears fan feel, but we talk about other stuff, and it's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Go subscribe and let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, check that out. I'll be on it this week, supposedly. We'll see.
Next week, whichever week
works.
To get on there. He's busy. Whichever week works.
Yeah, I got to work for ESPN a couple times this week, so we'll see. I'm supposed to be doing interviews with ISU's quarterback this week too. So
there we go.
That's some cool stuff. I might be able to post something about it. We'll see. Anyways, I'm a Vikings fan, FC North in full-fledged. I think the Bears are going to get it.
So you guys go tell me. Listen to my podcast. Tell me what you think about.
Yeah.
Give me some answers on what. Give me some answers on what you think is going to happen in the NFC North. You can follow me on Snapchat at NoSco41, NOSKO41. Send me questions on there. My Instagram is Noah_Schofield. Send me questions. Send me answers. What you guys think.
So, yeah, thanks for joining as you watched for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I understand you were doing homework and stuff. So
listen to this. You can listen to my podcast while you do homework.
There's that too. You can also watch the replay.
Yeah, that
listen
too.
to the replay, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, keep calling with Noah Schofield. Check it out. I'll be there this week or next week. We'll figure it out. And we'll probably have Noah back. He did well.
Thank you.
I think he did well, and you guys seem to enjoy it. So good on you. Anything else you want to say?
Nope. Stay calm with Noah Schofield. Spotify and Apple Music.
All right, guys.
It's been great. Have a good week, guys.
Have a good week. We'll see you next week. I keep hitting this desk, shaking everything.